We are live.
Here we go.
All right. All right, let's give it a minute, see who pops in. I guess we'll probably see it in the comments.
I'm going to pull it up here on my phone.
I'm also going to shoot out a couple of texts, let people know we're live. Yeah, I think we're riding solo right now because I see a viewer count up by the live time. It says 0 right now. So I'm going to shoot out a couple of invites.
All right, we'll wait for the folks to make their way in. It definitely looks like we are live and good to go.
We are live, and so far everything's pretty good. Your hair blurry in and out, but not bad enough. I can't see you or nothing.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if I got to switch Wi-Fi's or try something different. Not a problem.
I think you're good. I mean, just a hair blurry. I don't know if it shows up that on your screen or not. It might just be on mine.
Yeah, it looks normal on mine, to be honest.
Okay, it's probably just my Wi-Fi then. I think the way this works, it pretty much kind of where it's a third party. I think it kind of pretty much just takes our webcam footage and filters it whatever, so it won't get blurry.
Gotcha.
So I think the what I see is just my Wi-Fi not picking you up good. All right, I see we got 2 viewers right now. Who we got in here?
I'm one of them.
I guess, yeah, it might be showing us. I don't know. It showed 0 a minute ago. Now it's showing 2. So I don't know how to pull up who they are.
That's right. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, what's up? World Travel Nerd here with JC, Comics and Collectibles. Got the
That's
man
right.
himself.
That's right.
Today's honorary Green Power Ranger.
Man, that was pretty amazing to say the least. To get to meet Mr. Jason David Frank, aka JDF, aka the Green Ranger, aka the White Ranger,
and the Red Ranger,
and the Red Ranger. Man, he's been
and
every Ranger. What's up? We got our first comment. There we go. The 76 Penguin.
Hey, yo. Penguin.
What's up?
All right. So we got a couple people starting to join in. Get 1 or 2 more, and we'll get the discussion up and going.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to put out one final thread on Instagram to let everybody know that we are live.
Yeah, it looks like on my end I show up a little bit dark, but other than that.
Yeah, I spent like 10 minutes, man, moving lamps and stuff around my room trying to find the best lighting scheme.
Oh, it's Ben City. That's my boy. What's up?
Oh, what's up, Ben? That's who it is. What's up, Ben?
My brother. Yep.
All right.
So yeah, I got a cool opportunity to meet Mr. Jason David Frank. That was pretty awesome. He was super nice. He took a long time with me, which was pretty cool. Gang, what's up? The Penguin says gang. It's inside.
That's my kind of penguin.
Yeah, it's an inside joke, inside secret. So,
all right, yeah. We'll give it. We are 4 minutes in. Yep. We don't want to hold up too long, being this will be a long video, I'm sure. So
I think so.
Do 45 more seconds. Wait till the 5-minute mark, and I guess we'll get this discussion going with or without them.
Yeah, we can kind of.
They can catch it later on the rewind.
That's right. We can slowly work our way into it. First of all, we did 7 rings, right? We only did the 7. We left out the white ring and the black ring.
We didn't do the white and black ring, being the idea we're going with. So the idea we're going with, for anybody who happens to hop in who isn't from our Instagram, we're doing a what if scenario where a rift opens up between the Marvel and DC universe, and 5 power rings from each of the 7 main Lantern Corps come through the rift to select 5 champions for each corps to fight against the threat on the other side. So 5 rings of the Red Rage. Even though there's only 1 orange ring of avarice, we're going to go with 5. So 5 orange rings, 5 rings of fear, 5 green rings of will, 5 rings of hope, compassion, and love. We did not go with black and white. Being white is kind of a god power and is usually limited to 1 person. There's been a few instances where multiple have had a white ring, but it's usually limited to 1 wielder, usually Kyle Rayner. And the black ring obviously is not going to be any good in a dire situation, since the whole idea of the black ring is to cause death.
There you go.
So what Lantern Corps should we start with?
Well, first of all, let's just kind of do like a little overview. There's 7 Lantern Corps, right? Yep. So let's go over their colors and the meaning of each color. The famous and first would be the green, which is the willpower. So those who have the ability to overcome great fear and have a lot of willpower are the ones who earn that green ring. There it is.
Never leave home without it.
Fearless? Are you fearless like that? Uh-oh. Talk about that one. What's that one right there?
Looks like the yellow ring on camera. That's actually the Legionnaire ring from the Legions of Heroes. Found that in the geocaching a few years ago. When I first saw it, I thought it was a yellow lantern ring and grabbed it quickly. Then got home and realized it was a Legionnaire ring, which is still DC, still cool. So it's in my ring collection. Also got the Flash's ring that his costume's in, and it pops open to release the costume.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That's dope.
I like to have a full set of all the replica lantern rings, but they are not cheap.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Saying,
so next we have like the yellow, right?
Yep, yellow will be the next step over from Will, and the yellow lanterns obviously is Fear, also known as the Sinestro Corps, founded by Sinestro. After he felt the Guardians were becoming complacent and just basically bickering old men that weren't upholding the laws they put in place. And his initial campaign wasn't really to be evil. It was to make the Green Lanterns appear like they weren't doing their jobs, just so people would lose trust in them to hand the reins over to his corps.
Right. Man, Sinestro's a bad man.
From yellow, I would say next up would probably be the Red Rings of Rage, my favorite Lantern Corps.
Yep, red is pretty awesome. You know, like you said, the Red Ring of Rage, Atrocitus, Atrocitus, however you want to pronounce it. He's an amazing character.
Atrocitus is awesome. Then you've got Dexstar, the cat.
The cat, yeah.
I like how each Lantern Corps kind of has like one animal. Like, you know, you got the I forget the squirrel's name in the Green Lanterns.
Chip.
Almost, yeah. There you go. But almost all of them seem to have some animal, some kind of little small house animal in their ranks. I do want to read real quick. I had to pull it up because I forgot the first line. All the Lantern Oaths, I love the Red Lanterns the best because Red Lanterns are awesome. So the Red Lantern Oath, for y'all who don't know, is with blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, will burn you all. That is your fate.
That's a favorite for a reason.
An awesome metal.
Yeah, that's a dope one. And then my favorite would be the one I think should come next, which should be orange. I love the orange lantern. I love Larfleeze, the character. Remember. Only one. There's only one. Yeah. But man, that's awesome. He's such an awesome character. I love the idea behind it. Orange being greed, so of course they're going to be greedy and only want one ring. And you know, what's mine is mine is mine is mine, and what's yours is going to be mine.
And Larfleeze, for those who aren't familiar with the Orange Lantern Corps, just imagine if Gollum from Lord of the Rings pretty much became I wouldn't call him a supervillain or a superhero because he's been both at times. He's more like an anti-hero. He tries to do good, but his greed gets in the way. You're froze up a little bit on mine right now. I know it's on my end.
He kind of
orange
chills and does his own.
I'm getting you back a little bit. I'm gonna let you take over while I can't hear you, while my Wi-Fi catches up. So after orange, what core would you go with?
Yeah. If you can hear me, yeah, I would go with blue next, which is the blue ring of hope.
The blue ring of hope,
which is it's a dope.
Yeah. One of my favorites. They also the blue lantern. The blue light is one step away from green. A green lantern ring wielder can also wield a blue ring. Blue ring can also wield a green ring. You can't have hope without willpower. You can't have willpower without hope. They go hand in hand. So one of the cool aspects of that core is if a blue lantern is in the proximity of a green lantern, their ring always automatically goes to 200% plus charge.
Right.
So it makes all their constructs stronger. It makes their ring stronger, their shield stronger, everything.
Yep, that's so cool that it can power up and charge and magnify the power when it's near a green lantern. That's a pretty dope aspect of it as well.
Dude, Ben City, I don't have that dead spot Wi-Fi, bro. I've got that potato Wi-Fi. Like whenever we do our November 28th event, like my ass is gonna be sitting at a McDonald's still on their Wi-Fi to do the event. So from blue, the obviously next choice over from blue would be Compassion, the Indigo Tribe.
Yeah, the Indigo
Tribe. Indigo Tribe, as we discussed the other night, to make sure none of us look stupid on camera.
That's right.
It's not like any of the other cores. All the other cores, you have to exhibit those emotions. Yep. With the green ring of will, you have to be able to overcome great fear. You have to have great willpower. Yellow, you have to be able to instill great fear into others. The red rings, you have to be able have great rage. Well, with the ring of compassion, the indigo rings, the indigo tribe, it's actually the exact opposite.
That's right.
You do a wielder is not a compassionate person. All the wielders of the indigo rings are murderers, rapists, the worst of the worst, people who commit genocide. And the way the ring works is it makes you feel remorse and compassion for the people that you hurt and all the wrong you've done. So the worst person you were in life, the stronger of a ring bearer you will be as an indigo ring.
Yep. It fills them with regret and like you said, compassion, and it's another cool concept, another really cool concept.
Yes. And the Indigo Tribe was created by Abin Sur for the same reason Sinestro created the Yellow Lanterns. Abin Sur felt that the Guardians were becoming complacent, bickering old men, and he wanted a way to take control of them if they ever put their decision before the greater good of the universe. And he felt filling them full of compassion and showing them all the wrong they had done would be the answer to that. So Abin Sur, the original bearer of Hal Jordan's ring, who passed the ring on to him, is who created the Indigo Tribe. Yep. And JC, if you want to introduce the last one, the last Lantern Corps.
Oh, yes, the Violet, the Love Lantern Corps. Yeah.
Also known as the Star Sapphires.
That's right. Them Star Sapphires.
Oh.
The first one was Miss Carol Ferris.
Yep. Carol Ferris. We got to see her back as early as, I think, early Silver Age.
That's right. All right, so let's get started. The rift is open. The rings have shot through. Who are they going? Who are the wielders?
All right.
Let's go. Let's start off.
Which core you want to start with?
Let's start with I guess the first and foremost green. Who would you have?
Right, going straight to green.
Yeah. Who would you have?
I'm going to go with the first ring bearer it chooses. I'm going to work my way from my favorites on the list to my least favorite on my list.
Okay.
I'm going to say the first person that the Green Rings find is Doctor Strange. I say Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange started off as a doctor, healing people in the real world. Granted, he was greedy. He had other issues, but as a ring bearer, everyone experiences every emotion. He had his faults, but at his core, he was a good man. His life was destroyed, and where most would have gave up, he overcame that fear and all that he went through and found a new course in life and became the Sorcerer Supreme, guarding the planet. And he overcame lots of adversity and fear throughout both those stages of his life, and has since went on to become one of the main protectors of the universe and one of the strongest characters in it.
Very true. That's a great choice. I like it. I went. Let's see. I tried to mix it up, go a little bit different, not too obvious. Now, this person I felt would immediately get a ring for his ability to overcome great fear. As a matter of fact, it's a bit of his moniker. He's the fearless man, and that's Daredevil. I think Daredevil would be an awesome choice. Man, that's that guy. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. And like I said, has the ability to overcome great fear. Hey, there you go.
All right, so I'm putting a check next to Daredevil. That's one that we both agreed on. So absolutely, we both came up with Daredevil before we even discussed it. Yeah, Daredevil was going to be one of my next ones.
Nice.
Like you said, I mean, literally his name is the man without fear. And the whole point of the Green is to overcome fear.
That's right.
And what's more fearless than going out there and fighting with a lack of one of your senses?
Right. Completely blind. It's amazing.
Yeah. Especially with especially in the Netflix series style Daredevil, where he literally, like, you never saw the radar sense with him like you do in the Affleck movie. Like with that series, It was almost like he literally was blind and he just had the amplified hearing and stuff to guide him.
Man, and he was some of those fight scenes where you could see where he's like physically exhausted, but he keeps fighting. I mean, it's just amazing.
Man, watching the transition from that show throughout the first season as his character evolved was such a great story arc.
Yeah.
Tie between it and Punisher for my favorite Netflix Marvel series.
Yeah. I think that one takes the cake for me, Daredevil.
I gotta give Jessica Jones the next one though, man. Everyone slept on that one, but I love the whole psychological aspect behind it.
Yeah, that was another good one, man. The Purple Man, he was crazy. He was a crazy villain. I loved him, man. He was great.
Dude, he was insane. All right, moving on. All right, you took Daredevil, so I'm gonna go for my next choice with my second favorite Marvel superhero, and that is Richard Rider Nova. I mean, Nova is already a member of the Nova Corps, which is Marvel's equivalent of the Green Lantern Corps. Richard Rider, at times, has been the sole surviving member of the Nova Corps, fighting against, Nova's went head-on-head with Galactus and hurt Galactus, but knowing that he had no chance, or whenever he trapped himself willingly in the Cancerverse. So Star-Lord could escape, and he could stay there and fight Drax and literally the Cancer Avengers for all of eternity, stayed behind so the other heroes could live, where he would be torn apart fighting for all of eternity.
Wow. Crazy.
So Richard Rider Nova will be my second choice for the Lantern Corps.
Yeah, that's a good one. Even if it's a little biased, I know that's a good one.
It's definitely biased. Not even a little. 100% biased.
I hear you. Okay, so here's another one. Thinking outside the box a little bit different, and this one is the Thing from the Fantastic Four, who I think would be a good one. Just because, man, there's times where Ben Grimm knows he's about to get whooped, whether it's going up against the Hulk or somebody else, and he's getting smashed to pieces. And I mean, he keeps coming. So that's one for me for sure, is the Thing, just for his maybe not so much for the lack of fear. I mean, he is fearless for sure, but more so for the actual will that he possesses when he's fighting.
I can get behind that. One that I didn't use that I thought about using for willpower from the same team, I thought about Johnny Storm. Same thing like with the Cancerverse. He stayed behind during the negative zone whenever the Annihilation Cancerverse came through. And the last panel you get of Johnny before he dies, in whichever story that was, is literally a wave of millions of monsters coming at him and him screaming flame on as he goes supernova.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's
my next choice. I guess my next choice for Will would have been Daredevil, so I'm one down. So I'm going to go with Hawkeye.
Okay, nice.
Because, I mean, you want to talk about overcoming great fear. Let's go back to the movie for a great Hawkeye line from Age of Ultron when he says, I'm out here fighting with a bow and arrow. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
The city's flying. I mean,
that was a great line.
You want to talk about somebody who can overcome great fear and just has pure guts? I mean, Hawkeye goes up there and fights alongside galactic threats every day with nothing but a bow and arrow and his own, just skill and strength.
Yeah, you definitely got to be a fearless to try to fight Galactus with a bow and arrow or something,
Exactly.
Sweet. So I went with another choice that I thought was a little bit obvious and a fan favorite, I would assume, and that would be Captain America. Again, for his ability to exude a lot of willpower, a lot of heart, like you said, especially in the movie where he's fighting and he's holding Thanos' glove and he's like pushing and it's almost like Thanos is almost even impressed by it. He's like, wow, this dude is a human, so to speak, and he's fighting his heart out. So definitely for sure, Captain America is one of my choices for a green ring.
I can definitely see that. And a line that comes to mind with that is his speech from Civil War when he says, when the whole world's telling you to move, but you know that you're doing the right thing, you don't move. That's right. Captain America's not afraid to stand against literally the entire world if he knows that that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
All right. So for my last choice, like I said, since I'm down one with Daredevil, my last choice for the willpower, the Green Corps, is going to be the one and only Mighty Thor. He has to be worthy to lift Mjolnir.
Yeah.
To me, the worthiness of that shows his fearlessness and ability to fight for others, to sacrifice for others. The things that he's fought and overcame. Somebody else who in these new Donny Cates stories, literally made Galactus bow down to him before killing Galactus. Spoiler alerts.
Yeah. That was an awesome fight. Yeah, and he's definitely a character, like you said, man, a ton of willpower, a ton of heart. And he's worthy. What more can you say? If he's worthy for Mjolnir, he's definitely going to be worthy for a ring. It'd be interesting to see what kind of constructs he would come up with, being from Asgard.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I'm thinking like Valkyrie style stuff, like the chariot with the flying Pegasuses. I imagine almost
Hammers
like crazy. Yeah, imagine like Mjolnir actually being able to carry constructs with it as he throws it and stuff, like as an extension of his ring almost.
That'd be cool. All right, so I'm just gonna throw like some honorable mentions because we obviously took the bigger ones and the better ones, but I threw in some other characters like Storm. I thought Storm, she has a lot of will. She's a great leader, super strong. And another one that I think a lot of people probably wouldn't think of, but Black Panther is another one who has a ton of heart, a ton of willpower, and is absolutely fearless. So those were some of my honorable mentions as well.
Honorable mention wise, because like I told you, I tried to stick with superheroes. I'll throw a villain into the mix. Nice. I will say for honorable mention, a villain, I want to give it to Dr. Doom, because look at what he does. Every time there's a major event, back from the first major event with Secret War, what did he immediately do? He tried to, and he succeeded. He stole the Beyonder's power. Every time a major event happens, Doom looks at it as, how can I make myself stronger and come out on top from this? and he never backs down. One of my favorite. I love the what if stories, and one of my favorite what if comics was if the serpent Set destroyed the world, and there's only 6 people left alive in the world to fight back. There's like Thor, Doctor Doom, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, I think, whoever the hell it was. But anyway, Phoenix, Rachel Summers, Phoenix. They're literally fighting against an elder god that's whooping all their asses, and Doom's standing there getting in his little armor shield, getting blasted by hellfire as he's dying. And he's screaming, "I will not bow to you, monster! I am Doom!" As he's charging at it. I mean, nothing ever backs Doom down.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So Doom will be my villain honorable mention.
Nice. All right, so this one, I think this one will be a fun one. If we let's jump over to the Yellow Ring, Sinestro Corps.
All right, going to Fear.
Fear.
All right, I'm gonna let you lead this one off.
All right, man. So, I feel like these are obvious. So I wanted to think outside the box, but it's so hard when these characters are so
tried
great.
to, man.
So I'll say the most obvious one, my number one choice, who the Yellow Ring would immediately go to, is my man Carnage. It's got to be Carnage. Carnage, he's crazy. He's a killer. He's somebody that, if you see a lot of villains, you're gonna get scared. But if you see a Carnage, you're like, I'm gonna die slowly, painfully. He's probably gonna chop me up in a bunch of pieces, and probably torture me. And he's just a psychopath. He's crazy. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, Carnage literally gets off on causing fear. That's like the whole Maximum Carnage story arc. That wasn't.
Yes.
There was no purpose for that. It was literally just to instill the city in fear and break people.
Yep. Absolutely.
Carnage was my honorable mention for my supervillain, where I didn't use, where I tried to use heroes.
Yeah.
So I'll go with my obvious choice, since you used your obvious choice. Obviously, for the Yellow Ring of Fear, I had to go with the man Frank Castle, Punisher.
Okay, nice. I had Punisher in my top 5 as well. That's a good one.
That's literally what the Punisher is all about, is instilling fear in those. I mean, that's what the Skull's all about. Is like Batman's, just like Batman's yellow on his chest. They see that in the dark, they know who it is, and that's what they immediately see and shoot for. That's why he doesn't worry about a helmet.
Oh yeah. That's a great one. And I had one that is kind of up the same alley. This one, when you see him, you're definitely scared. And that's my man Ghost Rider. I had to go with Ghost Rider. He is one that is
number 2 on my list.
Yep. So we got another matching one there. It's somebody that when you see coming and they're coming for you, you're like, oh crap, what did I do? I'm in trouble. So Ghost Rider definitely for sure is known to instill some fear.
Oh yeah, one of the first things I thought of upon thinking of Ghost Rider was imagine with the power of the yellow on top of his normal powers, what his pet there would be capable of.
Man, he'd be pretty powerful stuff.
So many cool concepts could be done with a Ghost Rider as a Yellow Lantern. Next up on my yellow list, then I have the one and only vampire hunter Blade.
Nice. Yep, I thought of Blade.
Granted, he's not going against humans, but that's what Blade's all about: is instilling fear in the vampires and monsters.
Yep.
They hear Daywalker and they know that death is coming for them.
That's right. That's another great choice, man. Yeah, Blade is one of my favorite characters. Blade is awesome. Can't wait to see what they do with this new movie that they're gonna do.
I'd like to see Wesley Snipes make a cameo at least.
I would.
I don't mind when they not gender bend. I guess race bend the character. I think he'd make a good whistler at his age now. He can play whistler.
Yeah.
That'd be a perfect role for him where he could still be involved.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So another one. Yeah, another one for me for the Yellow Ring is my Man Thing. I think a Man Thing,
Ooh.
feeds off the
Ooh, that's
fear,
good.
baby. And
Yeah.
so, and when you see him, you're like, holy crap, So
Yeah.
Man Thing is
So the three of
definitely
an
one.
H.P. Lovecraft book just fell out in the swamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So
I
that's
mean,
that's that's one for sure.
yeah, I mean, when you got a Cthulhu looking monster coming up out of the swamp after you, I mean, you're not in for a good day.
Not at all. I couldn't even imagine. I don't even know what he would construct with his rings or what he would do with his ring. But yeah, that dude is just scary, and he feeds off that fear, man.
Next for me, I'm gonna go with Moon Knight.
Yep.
I actually saved copied a quote from a comic earlier, talking about something that Moon Knight says in one of his comics. The quote starts with, "And I told him I don't wear white to hide myself. I wear it so they'll see me coming, so they'll know who it is. Because when they see the white, it doesn't matter how good a target I am. Their hands shake so bad they couldn't hit the moon."
Yeah,
That's
such a dope line.
Right. I mean, Moon Knight wants them to see him coming. He knows they're scared of him, and his split personalities on top of that adds such a different dimension to it as well. I mean, he's a mercenary. He's crazy. Moon Knight's also all about being based around fear.
That's right, man. That's right. That's Marvel's Batman, as they call him.
Yeah. We got all these awesome Dracula memes coming out with him lately too.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was all I had for yellow. I don't know if you had any more yellows or any honorable mentions.
I've got one more. Who do we matched up on Punisher, Ghost Rider, and did you have Blade too?
Yes, Blade and Moon Knight was going to be one of my honorable mentions.
Oh crap! So we got three together on that one. All right, so my last one is Mirage, aka Daniel Moonstar from the New Mutants. Her whole power is literally to manifest people's worst fears.
That's right.
That's literally her power is to manifest fear, and the Yellow Ring's power is people who can instill fear. So it'd basically be her God-given mutant power on crack.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be your worst fears amplified times 1,000.
Yeah, and hurting the hell out of you.
Yeah. So Daniel Moonstar, to me, that was the sleeper. That was the one I thought of last minute today when I was putting these bids together, and I put a New Mutants 1 in there. I saw her on the cover. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, nice.
I almost forgot her.
Nice. Alrighty. So
Ben says in the comments, question mark Magneto. Magneto is one of my honorable mentions. I also consider Magneto for two other ones. I'll get to those shortly.
I do too.
I don't think I used to in any of them. Like I said, preferably or personally, I tried to stay away from villains. They're pretty much my honorable mentions. I tried to stick to mostly heroes since they're going to help on the other side. But what do you think next, man? All right, we're done. We got green and yellow out of the way. What do you think next?
Yeah, man, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my man Sueda Art who made it in. Sueda Art is in the building.
That's right. Jesse. Jesse's in the house too.
What it do? So, man, this one's going to
be pin these comments or something. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I like that.
I'll figure this out eventually. All right, cool. All right, you guys are in the video now.
There we go, man. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in and showing some love. So the next one, man, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a little bit interesting, but we'll go to the orange, which is the greed. I can't wait to see who you having to choose good guys who you view as greedy.
Dude,
there's so many good greedy villains.
Good guys for orange. It was tricky, but I got my list down pretty well. It's my turn to go first.
Okay.
I'll start with my least favorite of the five. The one I think's probably the most the stretch, but I also feel it works. Especially if you read any of the newer 2099 storyline books from recent years. I'm going to go with the God of Strength, Hercules.
Okay, nice.
Hercules could fall into a lot of different cores, but at his core, one of his major weaknesses is he lives for the fight. The fight is more important to him than really being a hero. It's not about the heroics. It's about just showing out and I'm better than you. And that's all based in greed. And then in the future, in the 2099 storylines where he's still alive and he's in the Avengers 2099, after seeing all his friends die in combat over the years and stuff, he's become just a drunk, useless jerk, basically. And that's all he lives for in the future and cares about is fighting. And he's also apparently Maestro in this new Maestro story as a crazy spin.
Yeah, he is. Quite an interesting entrance he made, for sure.
Yeah, that threw me off. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah,
so those are my reasons for Hercules.
Nice. All right, so I'm not gonna go with my obvious choice. I'm gonna go a little bit different. But I thought the Red Skull would be one who exudes quite a bit of greed at times. Because when he wants something, he'll do anything he can to get it. And once he has it, it is his and nobody else's. He had an awesome portrayal in the movies. They did an excellent job portraying him. And even the little appearance at the ends where he came and ended up, being the guardian of one of the stones was pretty awesome. That's right. So I think he definitely would earn himself an orange ring for sure. Or orange lantern.
Definitely agree with that. Next up on my list is going to be everyone's favorite furry in the Marvel Universe, Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, nice.
Because every time they go out to do a mission, what's Rocket's first priority? Whenever they come across Thor's ship, they're responding to the stress signal. Rocket's only thought is we can salvage all the stuff off their dead bodies. When they help out the whatever those gold people's name was in Guardians 2, he stole all those batteries and stuff on the way out.
Yeah.
Rocket's greed always comes before his ability to be heroic.
That's right. He's definitely a good guy, but he's a bit of a kleptomaniac. So you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's a great one. Okay, so I'll say my number one because it's along those lines, and my number one for greed is the Collector, and of course, super obvious why he likes to collect. He wants one of every single person, and bam, that to me was a home run of a character. He wants the last of each species or something extremely rare, and he's gonna have it in his collection room.
I had him on my initial list, but I lost, and I'm mad I forgot him.
Yeah.
Second, I don't know who came first.
Who
do you think's the ripoff of who? Do you think the Collector's a ripoff of Brainiac, or Brainiac's a ripoff of the Collector? Because they have the exact same priority.
Yeah, they're pretty similar. I would like to think, if I'm giving my honest opinion, I would like to think that it just so happens that they're just kind of similar because there's only so many kind of concepts you can come up with. Because they're still kind of different in terms of the character. You got somebody who's flashy, flamboyant. They're like a Liberace of the Marvel universe. And then you have Brainiac, someone who is cold, calm, collected, serious, doesn't show any emotion. So they're kind of different in those aspects.
Brainiac is sort of like the Borg from Star Trek. Brainiac doesn't see what he's doing as inherently evil. He thinks he's saving pieces of history, basically.
Yeah, he thinks he's doing his part.
So y'all are about to see my channel get demonetized. Don't know who to smoke on YouTube.
Right?
By any chance it ever get monetized.
Right.
Let's see. My turn, right? You did the Collector.
Yep.
All right. Next up on my list, I've got to go with my number one chick from all comic books. I am not on the Peter and Mary Jane bandwagon. I got to give all my love to Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat.
Okay. Nice.
And just like Catwoman with Batman, She can never keep her foot on the right side of the wall because stealing and acquiring all those priceless paintings and works of art and one-of-a-kind pieces of jewelry will always be Felicia's number one thrill.
That's right. That's right. Another quote-unquote ripoff, possibly.
Hey, we got Ben Parker Comics joining in. What's up, Ben? And we got Deadpools. What's up, gentlemen?
My
Glad
man.
you guys can make it to the show.
Thank you guys for dropping in and showing some love and support. There we go. Deadpool. Nice logo there. I dig it. I dig it. So sweet, man. That's a great choice. That's a great choice. Another one for me.
Let's do a quick recap for these guys who just jumped in. Yeah. We ran through Will. My choices for Will were Nova, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Thor, and Doctor Strange. We both agreed on Daredevil. Who did you have for Will?
For sure. I also had Captain America, Daredevil. The Thing was another one from the Fantastic Four. And then I had honorable mention Black Panther and Storm.
And then we went to Fear. I had Punisher, Ghost Rider, Blade. We agreed on all three of them. And Moon Knight and Mirage, a.k.a. Daniel Moonstar.
Yep. And then I had my man Carnage, Let There Be Carnage. I had Ghost Rider, like you said, Punisher. And then Man-Thing was another one.
That's such a great choice.
That was one of my favorites.
Now we have made it over to the Orange Ring of Avarice, also known as Greed. So far, I have done Hercules, Rocket Raccoon, and the Black Cat. JC, it's your turn. You've done who, and what's your next choice?
So I have done Red Skull. My number one choice was The Collector. And my next choice is everyone's for a while, it was their favorite villain for a while, and that is my man Loki. Of course, the Prince of Mischief, man. He is
that's my honorable mention.
A bit greedy at times, you know. When he wants something, he goes after it. And
mainly the Throne of Asgard.
Yeah, mainly the Throne of Asgard. But as we saw in all the movies, every time he wanted something, he went after it, and it didn't matter what he had to do to get it and who he had to hurt. Man, that's pretty greedy if you ask me.
Oh yeah, definitely agree with that one. That is my honorable mention. Like I said, JC is doing heroes and villains. I tried to stick to just heroes for my concept, so I had to stretch a little thin on some of mine and really have to work to think of these, especially for Avarice, for Greed. So next up on my list for Greed is the man who has spent most of his life as a thief and has betrayed his friends and teammates numerous times, and that is my favorite X-Men, Gambit.
That's my boy. I love me some Gambit. Shout out to the X-Men.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to shout out 428 Graphics for this awesome sus as I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube shirt. These are on his merch store. One of his new designs. If you guys don't follow him, please do. Super great dude. Super great artist.
Yeah.
Really rises up quick in the community.
Yep.
But I mean, Gambit, you know, part of the Thieves Guild, lifelong thief, betrayed the X-Men, you know, was part of the mutant massacre of the Warlocks. I mean, Gambit's all about, you know, greed at times. His heroics at times overcome it. But
shout out my man AB.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
In the building, exploding pages of awesomeness.
All right, so you're up next, man. Who is your last selection? I believe your last one, right?
Yes, yeah. We'll go with last. That's cool. My last one is a good guy, and again, we were stretched kind of thin, so I wouldn't say I'm reaching, but man, I would say my man Thor. My man Thor at times exudes such greed, you know, whether it's when he's on the throne of Asgard, when he's putting his foot down and, you know, demanding and barking orders to everybody. And man, he's done some things.
Lost Mjolnir.
Yeah, he was just being too greedy, you know, and he was hurting his closest friends in the process. So unfortunately, my man, the mighty Thor, was a bit of an honorable mention. He's not too greedy, but just enough that it's shamed upon him as a good guy.
All right, so my last choice for the Orange Ring of Avarice is going to be the one and only Merc with a mouth, Deadpool. I mean, he's a mercenary. He's all about the money, man. I mean, he, besides maybe Captain America, just like Punisher, he would never trade Cap. Deadpool looks up to Cap, but pretty much anybody else, he's going to sell out for an extra buck, you know. The Avengers hired Deadpool to do a mission. If the villain offers $100 more, Deadpool's probably going to help the villain.
Yep, agreed. Aaron Bowers says Ultron or Loki for Orange Lantern. That's right.
JC
so 1 point for me.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so we've made it through Will, Fear, and Avarice. So moving down the color spectrum, I guess our next color would be the Red Rings of Rage, right?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a fun one.
This is going to be a super fun one. All right. Who's first on this one, me or you?
It doesn't matter. I think I go first this time, maybe. I think
it's you on the.
Okay, cool. So the Red Ring of Rage. Oh, there's so many good choices. I'm going to go with the obvious ones first, and then we'll go from there. Shout out to Deadpool. Cool. He says, Killmonger is a greedy blankety blank. I won't say it, but I'll let y'all read it.
I'll put it up there.
There you go. Oh, poor Killmonger. So I'm going to go Red Ring of Rage. And, man, the obvious choice, of course, has got to be the Incredible Hulk. Right.
And we both got that on our list.
We both got that one. That's an easy match. I mean, the guy, the more rage he exudes, the stronger he gets. And how does he, stay ready? Is that he's always angry. He's always angry. So he doesn't have to get ready because he stays ready. So that's definitely one of my choices, the Incredible Hulk.
Likewise, he's one of mine. So let's see. I'm going to go with Wonder Man for my first choice.
Okay, good one.
Wonder Man, like Hulk, his power is based in negative emotion and rage. In fact, there's a whole story arc there in the mid-'90s. I remember during, I believe it was the Infinity Crusade. It was one of the Infinity stories where he finally lost his battle to the negative side. During literally the battle against all the doppelgangers, he gave into his rage. And he starts fighting some of the other heroes. I remember he knocks the thing on his ass during the fight.
Yeah.
But Wonder Man, like Hulk, can very easily be consumed by his rage.
Yep. That's a great choice. Awesome choice, because it leaves me with another great choice that I think everyone knows, and that's the Mr. Berserker Rage himself, Wolverine. Absolutely would get a rage, and I can't imagine Hulk and Wolverine just spewing blood everywhere as they're just decimating everyone. So yeah, Wolverine, man. I mean, he loses control.
Ben, thanks for dropping in, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Uncle Ben.
Look forward to seeing you get back online full time and get back home soon, brother.
That's right.
All right. Yes, Wolverine was on my list, but Hulk, I couldn't put anywhere else. He had to stay in rage, but I thought Wolverine was too obvious there too, so I did move him. I'll get to him shortly. Nice. So, but I did cheat.
Okay.
Being I didn't want to use Wolverine there, I can still use X-23.
Okay. Nice. I semi-cheated and did Wolverine the Sabretooth as an honorable mention. But let me hear your X-23.
Well, I mean, just like Wolverine, she's prone to Berserker Rage, and she has the Winter Soldier-esque programming from where she was designed, where what is it? A trigger scent, isn't it? Yeah. Where she just loses herself to rage and will kill anyone around her, friend or family.
Right. Yeah. It's like a shark in the water.
Yep.
Smelling blood. Absolutely. And like I said, I had Sabretooth as an honorable mention. Somebody who had a hard time placing him. I thought he could have maybe had gone into the Yellow Fear as well. But, man, he's crazy. and when he rages out, I mean, similar to Wolverine. So Carnage for red, absolutely. We had I had Carnage for yellow.
Yeah, JC used Carnage for yellow. I didn't use villains. I tried to use heroes because my idea was these people are going over to the DC side to help in the fight, and I didn't see Carnage being much help in the fight.
Right. And my thing
Carnage would definitely be my honorable mention for either Rage or Fear, either one. I think he corresponds better with Fear because Carnage really isn't pushed by Rage. I mean, Carnage knows what he's doing. It's all about the thrill for him. He's has a hard on for causing fear.
Yeah, he's not angry when he's killing these people. He's actually enjoying it. He's actually quite happy.
He's the Joker.
Yeah. Yep.
My next choice is going to be Namor, the Prince of Atlantis.
Another good one. That's
Namor throughout his whole history. That's where his Imperious Rex title comes in. I mean, he's prone to berserker rage. How many times has he attacked the surface realm? He's teamed up with Magneto and joined the Brotherhood and fought the mutant, the X-Men. He's teamed up with Doctor Doom and fought the Fantastic Four. Whenever Johnny Storm found him when he had the amnesia and revived his memory, he went back and found Atlantis destroyed and immediately came back with monsters and attacked the surface realm. I mean, Namor's entire life history has been nothing but turmoil and rage against either the surface world, Wakanda, mutants, Fantastic Four, somebody.
Yep, very, very true. Very true. He always seemed to have what I thought was like a little man syndrome. You know, and I don't know if it was just because he's just in his underwear all the time, just chilling, and somebody steps up to him and he just immediately just wants to destroy them.
It's those 20 years, man. You don't want people thinking he's an elf from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, right. That's a good one. Okay, so another one for me, trying to think outside the box, is my man Juggernaut. I think would be awesome to have a red ring of rage.
Juggernaut is my honorable mention.
Nice. So we got another one that matched there. Because he loses it, and when he loses it, he's already unstoppable, right? Just by his power and his power.
And to me, the cool concept there is you would have the unstoppable Juggernaut with the red ring, and then the never-ending, infinite strength Hulk with the red ring. I mean, the red core with those two alone,
so OP,
be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, Superman Doomsday couldn't take them both down.
No, man, that would be insane. That'd be insane. So, okay, let's see who else you got. Who you got next?
So my last pick for the Red Ring of Rage, and I've got a visual here for a lot of people who probably won't know him. My favorite book as a kid growing up, besides What If and Spidey, was The New Warriors. So I have Rage himself.
Nice.
That is the superhero's name, Rage. He thanks Shazam. He is a 9-year-old kid trapped in an adult body, and his power is based in rage. He's super strong, can go toe-to-toe with the Thing and the Hulk in the Hulk's weaker forms. And the stronger he gets, the stronger he gets. The only difference is, unlike the Hulk, he does have limits to how mad he can be. But his power is all based on rage.
Nice. And Deadpool got a good choice down there. Let's click on that, show everybody. That was one of my honorable mentions. Absolutely, Drac is a great choice. Drac is someone who had his whole family, slain, planet destroyed, and his sole mission is simply to extract revenge, and he's literally just running on rage, all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. And another one that I thought was similar, who you mentioned, but it's a different character, but the same person, and that is my main man, Ronin, aka Hawkeye. So, of course, as you know, Ronin is the same thing. Fueled by rage, he is on a mission, and he is out for destruction. He would be, vengeance. He would be amazing with the red ring as well. So those are my last two there as well.
That's a great choice. I like that one. All right, so now we've done Will, Fear, Avarice, and Rage. What do you want to do next? You want to do blue, indigo, or pink?
Let's do indigo. I think we'll mix it up and we'll kind of save blue. I like blue a lot. Let's say blue for last, but let's do indigo next. I'll let you go first.
All
So, and
right,
of
the
course,
Indigo tribe.
remind people of the caveat of the indigo tribe.
All right, so for the guys in here who aren't familiar with the Indigo tribe, and for anyone watching later, the Indigo tribe isn't like the rest of the rings. With the green rings of will, you want to have strong willpower, overcome great fear. For the yellow Sinestro core, you want to be able to instill great fear. For avarice, you have to be greedy. For red, you have to have rage. Well, for the Indigo tribe of compassion, you want the exact opposite of that. You want the worst of the worst. You want genocidal murderers, people who murdered countless people and feel no remorse for it. Because the way the Indigo ring works is it turns that around and makes you feel remorse for all you've done and compassion for your victims. So the worst person you were in normal life, you'll become that much stronger as an Indigo tribe compassion ring wielder. So the worse person you are, the stronger you will be.
Absolutely.
So for my first choice for that, I'll go with my obvious choice, and that is who you had in Rage, and I said I use later, and that is Wolverine. He already exhibits that quality slightly in life. He at times feels compassion and remorse for the things that he's done, but he also has that very cavalier attitude about it of, it's, the best man wins and walks away. I was better. I don't regret killing them. They would have killed me if they could have. And Wolverine's someone who, with his long life, has a body count probably in the tens of thousands.
Right. Absolutely. For myself, I wanted to go a little bit different. Again, not really a good guy, not really a bad guy. Some may see him as a villain, but I went with my man Taskmaster. Just because I when he does what he does, he gets what he wants and he kills anybody that he has to. But I think if he had a ring, it'd be awesome to make him feel some remorse and some regret for some of the things he's done and some of the pain and hurt that he's caused to kind of complete his mission, so to speak. So I thought Taskmaster would be a fun one, and somebody who definitely could use some compassion, a slight boost in compassion.
All right, I can go with that. All right, for my next choice, I'm going to go with the daughter of Thanos and go with Gamora.
Nice.
Because she was the most feared assassin in the galaxy. We don't know what her body count is, but as the daughter of Thanos and leading marches on planets, wiping out half their population in the MCU movies, we know she has quite a body count on her hands, and she's killed who knows how many thousands of people.
Yep, that's true. That's a good one. That's another good one. I went with somebody who is my favorite character in all of comics, and that is Deadpool. I know you had used Deadpool earlier, but there's been times where he exuded some compassion depending on the writer and who wrote the story, and if it kind of fit the narrative of the storyline. But if you just think about the more serious and ruthless Deadpool and all the people he's killed for money, I mean, literally, you could pay him in tacos and chimichangas, and he would probably just kill somebody for fun. So definitely somebody who, man, if he got some compassion for all the things he's done in the past, it'd be pretty powerful.
Agreed. Good choice. Next up on my list. I've got to go with another great female assassin besides Gamora. I've got to go with Elektra.
Okay, that's a good one.
Elektra has racked up quite a body count, and I mean, also similar to what we talked about earlier with Black Cat back in the Avarice Corps, comparing her to Catwoman. I mean, that's what keeps her away from Daredevil. She won't give up her life with the hand and her assassinations and all that, and she's definitely a very ruthless character who's probably racked up at least in the hundreds, if not thousands, of bodies.
Yeah. Yep, quite a bit.
Also, someone who feels no remorse for the people she has killed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, that's right. He knows. He knows. When he said, "Yeah," imagine giving Deadpool the Indigo ring, man. Hey, that'd be crazy, insane. I can't imagine what he would construct. Oh my gosh, it'd be like the time they
Oh
gave
god.
Lobo a ring,
The time I was going for the time they give Lobo a ring, that would be Deadpool.
and they're like, "Did you just make a?" And he's like, "Yup."
Yep.
And oh my god,
He just made a galaxy wide phallic object.
yeah, that's right, man. That was hilarious, and they were like dying laughing. They weren't even upset about it. They were,
Oh,
uh,
the guy was dying laughing.
guy was
This is
dying
my guy,
laughing.
my boy.
Hilarious. All right, so another one. Again, it's one that sometimes exudes compassion, just depending on who it's for, and it's only really for one certain person. But I thought somebody who would be awesome with the Indigo is the Kingpin. I thought the Kingpin would be great. Somebody who's ruthless, someone who is a boss, but if he had a little bit of compassion, especially for the things he's done in the past, that'd be some power as well.
That's a good choice. My next selection for the Indigo Tribe is going to be Venom.
Nice.
Venom has definitely done a lot of killing. What's up, Titus?
What's up, Titus? Welcome.
Yeah.
Deadpools. That's right. See, I had Deadpool on my list.
Yeah, Venom, a character that's killed tons of people before he learned to control the symbiote. Yes, he does care in his own way. He cares about innocence, but due to the damage to his symbiote and his psyche, he views innocence differently.
Right.
And he has killed so many innocents in his wake that if he had to really deal with what he had done by getting a Indigo ring and deal with the consequences of his actions, I can imagine the strength a Lantern Corps Venom would have.
K Titus says, ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo está usted, amigo? Muy bien, gracias. I didn't know y'all speak Spanish in Japan, brother. What's up? Now I can visit. Definitely don't know Japanese. Definitely don't know that. All right, so last but not least, I picked somebody who doesn't necessarily, he's not necessarily a bad guy. So I don't know how powerful it would make him, but I think he would appreciate being able to have some compassion, being able to exude some compassion, although he does it and he doesn't know it, he just doesn't feel it, and that's Vision. I would love to give Vision that feeling of compassion, just of helping somebody out, or I'm in American living in Japan 33 years. Wow.
Man, that's awesome.
Thank you for dropping in, brother.
I would love to live in Japan and we'll spend a deal of time exploring it. Such a gorgeous country.
Check us out on Instagram. We're on Instagram as well. We sell comic books, so if you ever need some comics as well, you can look for us, World Travel Nerd and JC's Comics and Collectibles. We would love to add you on there as a friend. Ship internationally if we have to. Deadpool says he's a good dude.
I'm pretty sure Titus is on there. I believe I have him on my Instagram. I talked to him on been to 87 countries.
87 countries. Nice. I've been to close. I'm like 80 short.
Yeah. He's living up to my name more than I am.
Yeah. I hear you. So yeah, that's all I had for Indigo.
Man, my last choice for Indigo, just like with your last choice, someone who I don't know how powerful they'd be because it's not really always their own actions,
right?
But they also don't remember everything that they do, and that's going to be Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier.
Nice. I love me some Winter Soldier, man.
That's someone who's been forced to kill and assassinate so many people, and he already struggles with it mentally without knowing most of what he's done because he is a good man at his core, and him having to deal with the consequences of all the lives that he's taken and families he's destroyed would completely just destroy his psyche, I believe, and he would be a amazing character. Yes, Titus, I remember when you shouted out my channel on your channel on YouTube, and I very much appreciate that, brother.
Nice. All right, so let's.
Lucky is a fave. He's one of mine too, man. He's definitely a very underrated character.
For sure. All right, so
we're down to 2.
It's down to the final 2. We have Violet, Love, and Blue Hope. Let's go to Violet, Love, and I'm going to go with one of my all-time favorite characters in both Marvel and on the team that he is on, which is the X-Men. I would love for my man Nightcrawler to have a violet ring. Man, I mean, the guy has such a great heart. He is literally the heart of the team. He is a great representative of the team. Someone that, you know, even though he looks a certain way, he looks like a villain almost. If you saw him, you'd be scared. But, you know, he doesn't let that really get to him. He still continues to have a great heart and be a good person.
He was one of my initial 5 choices, and I swapped him out last minute for another character.
Nice. All right, let's hear who you got.
Definitely agree with that one.
I know there's one that we agree on. I don't know if it's your number one. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna start my bottom of my list too, and that's who I swapped Nightcrawler out for.
Okay.
And for the same reason you said, someone who's looked at by most people as a monster. So the way they view life and the way they love and live their life as well, just exudes that love and that strength. And that's Ben Grimm, the Thing, who you had for willpower.
Nice.
The Thing has learned to love people like Alicia Masters and get their love back despite his appearance. And he's had the option before to give up his powers and go back to being normal.
Right.
And he refused to do that for the love he has for his family, for the rest of Fantastic Four, and not be able to walk away from that and their protection he gives them. So anyone who's willing to sacrifice a normal life and that for the people that for their family, you know, I mean that's love to a T.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great choice. I chose someone similar. You know, they look scary, probably a little ugly, but you know what? They're super loving and they're willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of the team. It's not you. No, it's not you. It is my main man.
Then you said ugly and scary.
I chose my main man, Groot, man. Someone who's super loving, you know, maybe not so much when he was a teenager, when he was the teenage Groot, but when he was the baby Groot, when he was the big Groot, for sure, he has such a sweetheart and, you know, exudes a lot of love, you know, does sacrifice himself for his team if he has to.
He does. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with Groot.
Yeah.
Next up on my list, just like with the original Star Sapphire we met,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the love works both ways too. What's up, Adrian?
Oh, my boy Panda. What it do, baby?
Look, Adrian, we figured it out. We can pin comments.
My brother. We figured it out halfway through, but we figured it out.
We figured it out. We've got this going now.
Do I have a YouTube channel as well? It's John the Con, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, look, I'll drop a comment.
Groot and Sam Wilson. Both good choices.
My YouTube, I do all kinds of different. I do unboxings. I have some I do like acting and modeling, so I have a bunch of stuff on there. I do like game reviews. I don't know. I get bored and whatever I record, I just throw on there. So it's kind of random.
Oh, all right. So from what I was saying was, you know, with the original Star Sapphire we met, the way the rings work is also like losing great love and stuff like that can trigger the emotion for that ring. And as we saw the original Star Sapphire, that's why she's kind of back and forth as a good guy and a villain, because of the way the Star Sapphire, the love ring works. So for my second choice for the Star Sapphires for the Pink Light of Love is the Scarlet Witch, because when she lost her children, I mean, she recreated them and she destroyed the entire world, erased the mutant kind, everything.
Yes.
I mean, she literally worked all of reality. She worked all of reality for the love she had for her children.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's a great choice. I'm gonna go ahead and say the obvious one that me and you both agreed on, and we talked about, and that would be Rogue. Definitely think Rogue would be a great choice. Having loved, having lost, and not being able to have that physical contact, you just know that she just loves that much more, and it's that much more pure. Because
she has a very intimate, deep connection to love that most people can't understand because of the lack of intimacy and physical contact she can have. Her love is on this a deeper, more intimate, more personal level.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I could not agree more on that. Like I told you that was one of the few I gave to you when I pitched the idea to you for this video. Rogue was definitely one of my dark horse shoe-ins for that position.
Much appreciated, Titus. Much appreciated. Yeah, so that was a good one. Who do you got next?
Next up will be, I believe you had him for. I think you had him for Compassion a moment ago. I've got the Vision, Scarlet Witch's other half, because let's see. I mean, he's an AI who learned to love and found love with a human. Is worthy of lifting Mjolnir. I mean, there's so many different aspects of Vision. He doesn't really have a dark side of his personality. He loves and respects all living things. I mean, you saw like in the MCU movies, he felt remorse for killing Ultron. He didn't want to kill Ultron. He understood that Ultron was afraid in the end.
Yeah.
And the Vision understands that all life should be respected and loved and, and spared.
Yeah, it's amazing how he can be a more human than human sometimes.
Exactly.
Yep, that's a great choice. I went with another character who exuded a lot of love. They have lost quite a bit starting from early age, and just continues to overcome just all the bad things that's happened in their life, just to show love and help others. And that's the Professor X. I definitely think Professor Charles Xavier is someone who is exuded quite a bit of love for his students, for his fellow teachers, for his X-Men. I mean, just everybody. He's just always loving, and he only sees the best in people, which is pretty amazing. It's like he doesn't see the negative in you right away. He sees either the goodness in you or the potential good that you can exude.
Yeah. I mean, taking in people like Wolverine. Back in the 90s, if you remember, he tried to take in Sabretooth.
Yes, yeah, everybody. And he continues to.
That was such a great run of books, by the way. If you haven't read that, where he took Sabretooth into the school.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I'm not too sure what storyline that one.
Oh man, and the artwork in those books that's not my favorite style of Sabretooth. Nice. So my last choice for love, I originally was going to put him into Will. And I second guessed myself on that, and I think love suits him better, and that is Spider-Man. And the reason I don't think he's best suited for Will, yes, we see Spider-Man overcome great fear all the time, push through with his willpower, but we also see Spider-Man give up a lot too. I mean, you have the classic, No More Spider-Man cover where he throws the costume and walks away. Spider-Man second guesses himself a lot. Yeah. He never fully gives into it. He always bounces back and finds a way. But we've seen Spider-Man, lose faith quite a few times throughout the years. But the one thing that keeps him going, reason he does always get back up, is his love for his family, for Aunt May, for MJ, for his city, for New York. And if you want a better example of Spider-Man being based in just the purest love possible, is the famous One More Day storyline, where Mephisto, the devil himself, wanted nothing more from them in exchange for Aunt May's soul, than to destroy their marriage because he said it was the perfect love. It was the most purest of loves.
Nice. That's a great choice. I'm gonna throw up these two real quick as an honorable mention, and another one for me. Trying to think outside the box a bit. I thought Gambit, just because Gambit, he has his loves, and he is a bit of a lover and a charmer. So I thought he'd be a fun choice, a little bit different. Would definitely be Gambit would be a great choice. And then one who I thought would be awesome as well is Susan Storm, and of course she's throughout the comics and all the stories exude tremendous amounts of love for her family, her children, her teammates. So that's another choice as well.
She was one of my honorable mentions as well. So
chat, let us know. Chat, is there anybody else that we missed that y'all can think of who exudes love in comics? We would love to hear some of your choices.
Well, another honorable mention that I had was I'm gonna get his name wrong. I feel like Star Fox is the daggum Nintendo character. Is his name Star Fox too? Thanos' son, the Avenger.
No, I don't think so.
It's Star something. His real name is Eros, but anyway, one of his powers is the pheromone secretion he does, where he can make anyone fall in love with him or exhibit love around him. He can make, like, Thanos could be fighting, and he can literally just make Thanos love everyone around him as part of his power set.
Interesting.
So he literally, just like with the character Rage, why I use Rage for the Rage ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I swear to God, I think it's Star Fox. Anyway, whatever the hell it is, the redhead guy who went on trial for rape and She-Hulk represented. Very sweet, odd character. All right, so we are on to the last core.
Last but not least, the Blue Ring of Hope, which, by the way, I absolutely loved when the Flash. Oh, Blue Flash was absolutely amazing. Adrian says, Dazzler, she got some good hippie love vibe. That's true.
Dude, I'll agree with that. Part of Dazzler's power as well with the whole lot. It warms you and just fills you with happiness and love and everything. I was actually telling JC, the only cores we didn't go with is Black and White, because White is, which Orange only has one ring too. We did kind of cheat with that, but Orange there's usually only one ring because it's kind of like a god ring, and 5 of them in a fight would just be so powerful, be kind of useless to bring everybody else along. And then of course Black, the Black ring, isn't going to be of any help at all. It's only there to make death. But like I told JC, talking to him when we was discussing this video, if we would have used the white and black rings, I thought Cloak and Dagger would be the perfect yin and yang for that, to have Cloak with the black ring and Dagger with the white ring. And those two work because Dazzler and Dagger, their powers are pretty much identical. That's what made me think of that.
Yeah.
But Cloak and Dagger, I think, would be the ultimate white and black rings, because they would balance each other out. Because even in the comics, the Darkness and Cloak's cape is always trying to consume him, and he relies on Dazzler to stop the Darkness from consuming him. And the Light is always trying to overwhelm her, and she requires the Darkness of Cloak to stay alive. So they are, even in normal retcon, they are, they rely on each other to stay alive and balance out.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. And in terms of the White Lantern, man, I just want to say how much I absolutely loved as a kid. Well, not as a kid, I was a little bit older already, but reading Blades and just turning the page, and then Hal's like, I'm gonna grab the White Lantern, and I'm gonna pilot this thing. And Sinestro's like, no, I got it. He's like, I'm gonna prove. And then you turn the page, and it's just a whole spread of him in all white. He's like, that I am the best Lantern. I'm the baddest Lantern ever. And it just, my mind, I was like, oh my God, I love that image. It was my screensaver, my phone for forever. Such an awesome moment, man.
And have you read the DC Elseworld, whatever this story, where he kept the white ring and they lost?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man,
that sounds interesting.
I will send you the comic story and link to it to watch it later.
Oh man, yeah, I love watching some comic story for sure.
Dude, it's such a great story.
Nice. All right, so we're on the last one, baby. Let's do it.
The last tour.
Sweet. So, I guess real quick, I just want to read all the ones that I have. I'm gonna do a real quick rundown. For Green Will, I had Captain America, Daredevil, Black Panther, Storm, and The Thing. For Yellow Fear, I had Carnage, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and Man-Thing. For Orange Greed, I had the Collector, Red Skull, Key, Thor. Indigo Compassion, I had Vision, Taskmaster, Deadpool, and Kingpin. For the Red Ring of Rage, I had Hulk, Wolverine, Juggernaut, Ronin, and then I had Drax and Sabretooth as honorable mentions. And then we just did Violet, which was Nightcrawler, Professor X, Rogue, Groot, and Susan Storm.
And my rundown for Green Will, I had Richard Rider Nova, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Thor, and Doctor Strange. For Fear, I have Punisher, Ghost Rider, Blade, Moon Knight, and Mirage, a.k.a. Danielle Moonstar. Mm-hmm. For Avarice Greed, I have Gambit, Deadpool, Rocket Raccoon, Black Cat, and Hercules. For Rage, I have Hulk, Wonder Man, X-23, Namor, and Rage, with Juggernaut as an honorable mention. For Compassion, I had Wolverine, Venom, Winter Soldier, Elektra, and Gamora. And then for Love, I had Spider-Man, Rogue, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and The Thing.
Nice. So, okay, so I'll start off Blue Hope. And some of the characters I felt could go in a couple different places. I thought, obviously, as we discussed, if you can wield the green ring, you can wield the blue ring, and vice versa. They're pretty similar. So I did have Captain on both lists as more so on the green side, but I had him on the blue side as an honorable mention. So I just wanted to name that one, get that one out the way. But I had Spider-Man. I know you had Spider-Man somewhere else, but I had Spider-Man as Hope because I think when people were in trouble, whether you're in New York City or a battle, and Spider-Man shows up, it's just you have a fighting chance, and he's in a fight until he can't fight no more, which kind of goes into the will as well. But I think he's a great choice for just not only having a lot of hope, but inspiring a ton of hope.
100% agree with that. Like I said, Spider-Man to me was definitely one of the ones that I could have
new generation
into about 5.
Yeah,
and a lot of these, are super interchangeable. So I'll agree with that.
Hey, dude's talking kicks. What is going on?
Thanks for joining. We're on our last core. We're starting the blue core of hope. And JC just led off with the one and only Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I'm going to lead off my first selection for Hope, being he was one of your honorable mentions, and I agree. He could have went into Will or Hope, either one, but like you said, and we both talked about, those cores are interchangeable. If you can wield a blue ring, you can wield a green ring. That's canon, and that is Captain America. I mean, who better in the MCU instills hope in everyone? Thinking back to the Infinity Crusade, when the heroes were in their religious war with each other. I remember a scene in one of the Spider-Man crossovers where Jean Grey and Storm are arguing back and forth with each other, and they're on the same team and they're friends, and they literally start fighting against each other. Storm throws lightning at Jean. Jean's literally trying to shut her mind down and kill her. Spider-Man jumps in to try to help and break it up, and they both turn against Spider-Man, and then Captain America just steps in the room and tells everybody to stop, and everyone turns, and Spider-Man's talking about how he can just command everyone immediately, and everyone looks to him in the darkest time for hope, and how just effortlessly he takes over the room and everyone's attention.
Oh, you're back. I don't know if that was you or me.
I'm hoping it's just on my end, man. I'm getting a lot of lag right now. I haven't seen you move in like 10 seconds. I'm waiting for it to catch up.
Okay.
Okay, there you are. I got you now. I was like, man, we're going to run for an hour and a half, and it's just now going to start giving us trouble. Come on.
I know, on the last leg of the race, man. It would. It would. If Cap knocks on my door and tells me get ready to fight, I'm going. That's right. That was okay. That was me. Oh.
Dude, absolutely, no doubt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Cap knocks on my door, I'm suiting up. All right. So who you got for your choice?
So next I have my man, the Silver Surfer. Because although when you see him coming, it's normally not for good reasons. But there is something about you had him as well.
Yep.
Nice, yes. So yeah, Silver Surfer. I mean, he's a beacon of hope. What he did for his planet to save his planet was amazing, and that's just a great choice in my opinion. Is the Silver Surfer, man? Such a great character, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I mean he's always trying to hold on to the humanity he had whenever he was still just Norrin Radd. I mean Galactus is one of the most powerful elder beings in the universe, and I mean he stood up against him to try to spare places like Earth, and I mean he instills hope in just about anyone he fights along the side. He tries to spread peace to the guys. I remember a Christmas special comic I had when I was a kid, where he was helping an orphanage in New York, and they were putting the star on the tree. He told the little girl the Star of David wasn't a real star in the universe, that he'd never seen it. And he goes on a journey across the universe, and every planet he goes to has a story from their culture about the Star of David showing up in the sky, even though it's not any of the star systems. And basically how it's based off this whole religious thing, but you basically like find out, the birth of Christ was witnessed across the whole galaxy.
That's pretty cool.
Like everywhere he goes, like throughout that issue, it's about instilling hope and learning their culture, and it's kind of goofy to explain it, but it's actually a really good read.
No, that actually sounds pretty cool. That sounds interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there was like 6 parts to it. There was like a Spider-Man ends up trapped in a warehouse with J. Jonah Jameson. The roof collapsed on them. But J. Jonah Jameson helps dig Spider-Man out instead of taking his mask off and stuff. And it's a Christmas miracle. But everyone's like this crazy Christmas story for all these Christmas miracles. It was super cool to read as a kid.
That's dope. All right, so I think you're up.
All right, so next up for my hope after Captain America, you knocked out my Silver Surfer. I'm one down. Another one of my references I had to pull up for people who don't know who she is, because she's not exactly a mainstream character. Also, another New Warrior, my fourth New Warrior on the list is Silhouette, who is got blurry. Where's she at? Everything's reversed on the camera. This is hard to do. Silhouette's the one in yellow hanging right there. Gotcha. Silhouette, for any who don't know, her mutant power, whatever her power is, she melds into shadows. Like if she was walked into the corner of the room that had shadows, she can teleport out from other shadows anywhere there's a shadow. She can use them like portals, basically.
That's dope.
But she's not a paraplegic. I can't remember what it's called, but her legs don't work. If you actually see her costume, see a better picture of her. She has the poles attached to her wrist that extend down. She walks with the support of those. Basically walks on poles that are attached to her arms.
That's a muscle.
I mean, she's a superhero. Yeah, she's a superhero that is what's the PC term for it? Not handicapped. Differently disabled. Yes. Differently disabled. I mean, what's more hopeful that the people who are in those situations, who are paraplegics, people like Professor X, who spent their life in a wheelchair, what's more encouraging and hopeful to look up and to see a superhero that, isn't this big buff Superman-esque person? Yeah, I think that's right. I think she had some kind of cerebral palsy or something.
He says cereal palsy.
I mean, as comics should be for everyone. They're supposed to be all inclusive. Right. The X-Men were brought around to combat, gay rights and racism and stuff, and show what people of different race and the gay culture go through on a day-to-day basis. Comics have always been a very good all-inclusive culture and showed that. And to me, what shows more hope to people who, have some form of handicap or maybe restricted to a wheelchair for their whole life than to see someone who isn't Superman, this bulletproof, muscle-bound god, but to see someone like them out there actually as a superhero and a good superhero fighting crime. And to me, that just exhibits hope right there for so many different people, showing that it doesn't matter who you are or, what defects, differences you were born with, what you want to call it, that anyone can be a hero if they, are willing to do it. Damn right, Justin.
That's right. Teal Lantern. I thought he was talking about Jake from State Farm.
It's an inside joke from earlier.
Yeah. All right, so I think for my next choice, I guess I have some material too, bro. If you're gonna use some material, I'm gonna use some material. And this is my next choice right here. For Hope, Century. My main man, Century. Such a dope cover. Oh, I gotta do it.
As long as he doesn't turn into the Void halfway through his speech.
You ain't lying. That's the truth. But yes, Century is somebody who, when you're in a fight and you're losing or you feel like you're down, and he pulls up, you're like, okay, cool. Like we're chilling.
Oh, we're good. Everybody go
grab a coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him.
All right. Next up on my list, I've got to go with. I think Deadpool said him earlier for Love. I've got to go with Sam Wilson, Falcon.
Nice.
He took over for Captain America. Captain America, knew he was capable of doing it, put him in line to be the next Cap. And I remember as I read those comics, watching Sam Wilson step up to that role and be able to deliver those speeches like Cap did. And like during the Hell Hydra Cap storyline where he's been a Hydra agent. Sam Wilson during the big battles, Sam Wilson stepped up, was commanding the entire army of heroes and giving them hope, just like Captain America would, as he was Captain America Falcon. Yeah. And he steps up to that plate so well for Cap. After all the years of shadowing him, he definitely embodies what it means to be Captain America. Which is why him and Bucky will always be the next best for Captain America. It will never be U.S. agent or anyone like that. They don't have those traits that Captain America has that Sam Wilson shows so well.
Absolutely, like inspiration and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. So sweet, man. So I will go with one similar to my last one. Similar to the Century, it's somebody that when they show up, it's going down, and they are there to save the day. Not personally one of my favorite characters, but my daughter likes her, so that counts for something, I guess. And that is Captain Marvel, Miss Carol Danvers.
She's my honorary mention.
Yeah, very much on the honorary mention side, just because she's OP, so it's fun when someone's OP. But when it comes to needing some hope and inspiring hope, Captain Marvel. You know.
Definitely a great choice. I agree with that. I swapped her out for Doctor Strange. I originally had Doctor Strange under Hope and swapped her out for him.
I had Doctor Strange on mine.
And then swapped her out for who did I just say? Anyway, so my last one, because you got Silver Surfer on yours and I had him, so I had to X him out. My last one is going to be Professor X.
Yeah.
I believe you had Professor X for love or compassion. Which one did you have him under?
Love. Yeah.
Just like you talked about with him seeing the best in others and the love and all that. I mean, same thing with Hope. Professor X, he instills hope in the X-Men for a better future, despite however many times everything goes wrong, where despite them saving the day, saving the entire planet from some type of event, and the whole world still turning against them and seeing them as outcasts and monsters, he never loses hope, that humans and mutants can coexist in peace together. And he's able to not just have that hope himself, but lead an entire team of these mutants and all these students in the school and instill in them that this is possible, that despite how it looks, that we can't give up on that dream, and he gives them that hope for a better future where they can all be accepted and, not have to hide who they are or live in fear.
Yep. Absolutely, man. So that's pretty much it for my list. I don't know if you had any more honorary mentions that you wanted to mention.
Unless he turns into Onslaught. Yeah. Like I said, just like with Sentry, you don't want him turning into Void either.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got their dark side.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
No, spoiler alert, Hal Jordan turned into Parallax.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't, he's still Green Lantern despite that.
So the Avengers return. You first hear Sam talking to Captain. Deadpool says, I think it's worth pointing out that in Endgame, when the rest of the Avengers return, you first hear Sam talking to Captain, I'm assuming.
Yeah. That was one of about 3 moments when I watched it in theaters the first time that actually gave me a chill, was when I heard him say, "On your left." Get that Winter Soldier callback.
That was so dope.
There was so many great moments when you watch that live the first time in theaters. That was part one of about 3 moments that when it happened, I actually, got that little, shiver up my whole body and, just got the chills hearing that. That was such a cool moment.
Yep. So let's just talk about the overall list real quick before we jump off. Probably won't stay on here too much longer, but which ones did you have the easiest time coming up with, and which one did you have the toughest time coming up with some characters for?
Being I stuck with all superheroes, I can tell you the hardest list for me was the Orange, coming up with Greed. Like I said, coming up with people who fit that, who are still heroic, like Rocket Raccoon, Black Cat, Gambit. Definitely a challenge. Deadpool came pretty easy to me for that list. I thought he fit that to a T, but like Rocket Raccoon, it took me a while. It took me a while to get 5 for that list.
That one obviously for villains was pretty easy as well. With the Collector was like a gimme for me. Red Skull was another obvious choice, and Loki was an obvious choice for the Orange. So that one happened to be one of my easiest ones. Interesting enough.
I gotta say my easiest one was Rage. I mean, Hulk, Rage, Wonder Man, X-23, Namor, Juggernaut, Wolverine. I mean, you can throw so many people in that so quickly, so easily.
Yeah, that was the easy one. Yellow as well was one that was pretty easy to think of. People who instilled great fear, because there's so many good villains who do it, and there's also so many good heroes who can instill great fear as well. Like we went over, Carnage, Ghost Rider, Punisher. So yeah, I thought that was one that was pretty easy as well.
Yeah, that was definitely an easy one. I would say the ones I struggled, the hardest ones were Avarice, Compassion being its reverse roles.
Right, Compassion was tough.
Probably Love. I mean, there's a couple easy ones on there, but just love, compassion, hope, will. So those characters are all so interchangeable.
Right.
That's what it boiled down to. Like,
it makes it hard.
Spider-Man and using like One More Day as the reference point for that, with him and Mary Jane having the purest love in the galaxy. It came down to a lot of like real small semantics. It's like, yeah, I could easily put Spider-Man in will. I could put him in hope. You could put him in compassion. But of all those characteristics, I feel he exhibits love the strongest. So it was back and forth. And like I said, then we've also seen him give up a lot of times. And you can't give up with willpower. I mean, he has great willpower. I think he can wield a ring, but I think he can wield a sapphire ring better.
Gotcha. Yeah. And what characters, like you said, we had some characters that we felt could fit multiple roles. What characters do you think kind of fit those multiple roles? For me personally, obvious two were Captain America and Spider-Man, which I felt obviously they could fit into both the green or the blue. As we mentioned, most of the people in those categories could fit one or the other, although they had moments that kind of helped them teeter towards one spot over the other. What are some other characters for you that kind of could jump around and move around?
I'll give you one out of each core. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Punisher, Deadpool, and X-23.
Shout outs. Click that shout out right there.
What's up, Johnny O?
Love. J.O. Johnny O. In the building. That's my main man.
I'm over here doing my best to get demonetized.
That's right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Doctor Strange was one obviously that can move around a little bit. Deadpool I thought could move around. But all in all, man, I definitely I felt really good about my list and the names that we came up with. There you go, that green ring, baby. In brightest day, in blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight.
You gonna recite them all? No, man, that's hilarious. I love Larfleeze though. It's just like what's mine is mine. Mine is mine.
It's mine.
It's mine is mine. It's mine.
You are, man.
Appreciate you, Johnny. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, I thank all you guys who tuned in, stayed. It's past a lot of people's bedtimes. Unless you're on the West Coast, then you're gravy.
Yeah. They're gravy. It's 1:15 where I'm at.
Nice.
Let's see. Anything else we want to talk about real quick or hit on for just a minute before we get out? Just kill a few more minutes.
Just we gotta just people keep their eyes out for the 28th. We got some stuff going down on the 28th. Got the spotlight on. Yep.
Wow.
Mark your calendars, folks. We got something special going on the 28th. Thank you, my boy.
Thank you, Panda. Man, one day we'll be as good at this as you are on your first day.
That's right. You're without you, brother, this would not be possible. Big shout outs to you. Thank you so much.
Big shout out to Panda. Tonight wouldn't be possible without him. He set us on the right track for where to come stream this at, for how to set all this up. We would not be here tonight without Panda's help, and I can't thank him enough for that. If you guys aren't following Adrian, go follow him right now.
That's right. And add us on Instagram. If you see this afterwards, I am at JC's Comics and Collectibles.
Travel Nerd, JC.
That's right. Well, it's JC _ Comics
Comics and Collectibles.
That's right. So thank you guys again. Shout out to Demon Blade, Adriana, Panda Awesome 316, Deadpool's Comics, Fatty Sinclair, aka Johnny O. Who else did I miss that dropped in?
Yeah, Ben Cities. Titus.
Ben City. Yep, Titus. So yeah, we had some pretty we had a pretty decent crowd, man. Thank you guys so much.
We had about 10 or 12 people kind of in and out. Ben was here for a while.
Yep. So what are you thinking of? What's cooking up in the pot of what we can maybe come on live with next?
Ooh, what do you guys think? Hit us up in the comments when this video posts to my channel. Hit us up in the comments on some future discussions y'all like to see.
What would you think about if we gave these heroes some new like weaknesses? You know, something a little bit more vulnerable than the kryptonite and the fire and the water and all this. You know, that's something like that. But yeah, if you guys come up with some ideas, let us know and drop them down below.
I got one. We could do the same concept we did with this, where we brought something from the DC over to the MCU. I just looked up at the wall and saw what was in front of me. What about next time we send symbiotes over to the DCU?
I like that. I like that a lot.
We could give, let's call it 10 villains, 10 heroes, and we'll give some characters some symbiotes to see what kind of crazy carnage we can come up with.
Oh man, because you already know I'm giving Joker that carnage symbiote, quick flash, and in a hurry, baby.
Yeah, that's how we should do it. Let's do it by symbiotes that exist, like the Venom symbiote, Carnage, Scream, Toxin.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
That'll be a cool one. There's a lot of symbiotes out there, man. They've added so many.
Yeah, there's at least 50 that I know of.
Yeah.
Because some only show up, here or there.
Right.
And you got 5 just from the Lethal Protector story. But we could do that. That's a good possibility.
That's right, Johnny. That's
dude, that sounds awesome.
That would be amazing.
That sounds awesome. Oh yeah, one last shout out as well while it's on my mind. For anyone who plays Among Us, this awesome sus as that word I can't say on YouTube probably. Shirt comes from 4A2 Graphics. 4A2 Graphics. If you guys do not follow him, man, go follow him on Instagram. Super good dude, great artist. These are some of the shirts in his merch shop right now. He's making his own t-shirts, putting his own designs on them. He designed this Among Us shirt. Nice. Got a really cool Venom kind of symbiote feel to it. I saw it. I played the game a little bit with my son. I mean, not playing a whole lot. I'm not like addicted to it, but I had to have this shirt. It was just too cool not to pass up on.
Yeah, it's nice, man. I like it.
And that's what I want to do is, rock different people from the community shirts and stuff on videos and, promote their names as well on here. So
nice.
Which is why Adrian needs to hurry up and get him some merch.
That's right, man. Get some awesome Panda shirts.
But yeah, for right now, maybe we could do the symbiotes. I'll brainstorm some other ideas, and anybody comes up with anything else, like I said, drop it in the comments on the video when it posts to my page. I guess it's about it, man. Unless you want to ride this out for 12 more minutes bullshit and make it 2 hours.
No, I think that's about it. That's all I got for today.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
I'll save my story for a meeting Jason David Frank another day.
Still jealous.
Man, it was just like sheer luck that they kind of messed up my order, so to speak, because they just made it more memorable for him. You know what I mean? Like, he just remembered me more. And then at that point, he felt so bad. He was like, let me sign some other stuff. So, by the way, guys, if you don't have me on Instagram, again, JC's Comics and Collectibles, I am going to be giving away some books, raffling them off for free, and some signatures. I'm going to be raffling off a JDF signature. I'm going to try to make it as cheap as possible, but I kind of want to have a lot of people in it. And so, yeah, I don't know. I may do like 30 spots at like $2 a piece or something, just so everybody has a fair shot at winning it. And then I'm going to do a free one as well. Yeah, look out for the free one, brother, too. Don't forget. I got you.
No, I said I'm going to win it. They shouldn't even play. I'm going to
win
it.
You're going to win it. Oh, yeah.
I'm calling it right now.
Hey, man, that'd be dope. I hope that happens. Yeah, they're right here. Hold on. Let me get these bad boys. So yeah, I will ooh, go Power Rangers. Bum, 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 bum. That's one of them. Man. I had to get the white and the green. So
Dragonzord green's always my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how it happened. I guess I will tell the story real quick. But to make a long story short, I paid for the auto and a picture. I went in line, stood in line for forever, got the picture taken, got out there to my car, and the picture was not there. The guy did not take the picture with my phone. So I had to go back in there, and I was kind of, acting on there. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And he felt bad, and he just I was like, one of the last people there at that point. And so he just hooked it up. He was there talking to me for what seemed like 30, 40 minutes. And we just talked about all kinds of different things. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I brought you these cards, and I was gifting them to him. I was like, you can have them. I was like, what I would like for you to do is sign them and give them to people in the community, because that's kind of what I do. And he thought it was a great idea. He loved the idea, so he signed them. There was 4 of them. He signed them, and he handed 2 back to me, and he said, I want you to do whatever you want with them, give them to people in the community or whatever. So I'm like, cool, man. I'm going to raffle one, and then I'm going to give one away in a free raffle as well. So, yeah, can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
You said you watched Comic Story and we was talking about it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched any of his podcast stuff besides just his motion comics that he does, but they did it for 3 episodes a year or 2 ago, then they never did it again. Yeah. The first one he did it with Rob from Comics Explained, and I can't remember who else, and I love the idea. Have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
No, but I've seen it.
They made up their own game like that called Comics Against Humanity. And you talking about adding new weaknesses and stuff. Basically, everyone gives you one person will pick a random superpower, like using a name generator or something, and they'll throw it at you. And you have to retcon a superhero's origin story or just their something happens to them. So when Spidey went cosmic, you have to make up a story on the fly of how they obtained this new power, and it makes sense. And then the situation you're given. But then at any point to throw a kink into it, at any point during your explanation, while you're trying to make this make sense, the other person, the people you're playing against, can use 1 retcon per turn, and they'll just say retcon, and they can change any aspect of your story to throw you off. So
not gonna happen. I'm an expert storyteller.
Oh, I will send you one of the videos when they do that then, because it is hilarious to watch. Look for Professor X. But the Professor X story will make you die laughing when you hear it. I won't spoil that. That's what turned me on to the idea.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun to do. Especially if we get one more person in here. Because I see it gives us the option to have 3 people in here. At least.
Yeah. There's I think there's 3 or 4 for sure.
Yeah, I see on the dashboard we're on 2 over from the one we have highlighted. It has 3 people selected. So we could try that sometime, but we almost have made the 2-hour mark now. But
almost
for the 3 people that have stuck around for the whole thing, I believe Ben City's pretty much been here the whole time. I think Panda's still here, and Johnny O's Deadpool maybe.
Yeah.
So anyway, for whoever's still here, and for everybody that tuned in, we can't tell how much we appreciate it, guys. For the support on here, on Instagram, everything. What you got?
I would say Adrian says you can have up to 6 people on here on the free version.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I see that now.
Dope.
Heck yeah, man. We'll definitely have to figure something out then with like that. That'd be dope. Thank you.
That's
No,
right.
Johnny O, thank you.
That's right. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, World Travel Nerd said he was going to offer a free pizza to one of the people who stayed the whole time. So leave him your name, number, address, and he's going to order you a pizza on the house. No.
Right.
I think, what is it? A free Hulk? It's a free Hulk, right? Something. 181? What was it? No. That'd be insane. Hey, someday I would love to be rich enough that I can give those type of books away.
Right. Oh.
That's what I would do. Yep.
I'd like to be rich enough to have my car out of the shop.
Yeah. Right.
Still waiting on find out how much that's going to cost me. Anyway, we won't take up any more of you guys' time. We've already taken up 2 hours of it, especially for everybody stuck around for most of this. Like I said, can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Had a lot of fun. Stoked with how this went. JC definitely did his prep work and research for this. I wasn't disappointed at all.
That was all off top. I didn't research anything. No. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, you definitely want to have some information, fresh in your mind before you jump on live.
Yeah. Like what I kept doing, I just kept Googling just different pictures of I'd type in Marvel Marvel character list where it have 50, 60 characters in one picture. I'd be zooming in oh, there's Speedball. Can I use Speedball? Oh, there's Darkhawk. Can I use Darkhawk?
Yeah.
Trying to remember every little B-list character I wouldn't think of off the top of my head.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to get off here.
Yep.
This has
Thank
been
you guys
World
again.
Travel Nerd and
Jason's Comics and Collectibles.
Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. We can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Keep rocking.
Deuces.